Teach Me Grappling, what's up guys? Tonight, let me show you guys what happened. All right, check this out. All right, this is a little bit of our security camera footage. Let me hit a little play here. Triangle night, guys. So this is just a piece of the class right here. We've got, you know, maybe 8, 9, 10 guys working on triangles. We've got a guy on his first night. I know this looks like it was filmed with a potato, but the guy on the bottom in the black, it's his first class. And he wrestled in high school, so he's a reasonably tough dude, you know. And so I was teaching him the triangle. Right now I'm talking to him. They're explaining to me about the squeeze, and I say, hey, look, let me show you again. Let me do it to you so you can feel it. Notice I've crossed my legs. Now watch. I push my foot on the hip, wrap my right leg around his neck, lock the triangle, and I start my squeeze. No hands. And 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that he cannot be sitting there that long. He goes unconscious. He's snoring on my crotch, and he's out. He goes out for approximately 8, 9 seconds. I wake him up, and he's sitting there going, what just happened? And it was hilarious. We're laughing it off right here. I'm telling him that we already, you know, played a bunch of jokes on him. Everybody was slapping him in the butt while he was asleep. Just kidding. Anyway, so on his first class, he goes out, and we're gonna show you guys why. So check this out. All right, we got Primo. Primo, what's up? You're a wrestler.
Yeah.
So look, guys, wrestlers are tough by nature. They don't really feel pain to make them tap, so what do? They hang on. Now, the thing about a good triangle choke, when you do this right, I'm gonna give you guys one little tip, and this is shown by a lot of instructors, so it's no secret, but hopefully this will help one of you out there make your triangles a little bit better. Check this out. So you're not used to triangles, right?
No.
So if I were to squeeze your neck, would you tap if I did this? Yeah, you'd tap, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so watch this. Wait, come around this angle. Okay, so watch. If you guys are beginning, just grab onto the wrist. I'm gonna lower your body, scoot myself away from him, and now watch. When my leg goes around, I'm gonna lift my hip. Lift my hip, I wrap and I flex my toes. Okay, don't have ballerina toes. You wanna flex your feet. Sometimes you'll hear people say Jiu-jitsu feet. So that means you pull your toes up like this. I take my heel like I'm trying to strike him. Like I'm trying to strike him with my heel like Hoist Gracie used to on the kidneys back in the early UFCs. I wrap and I strike. Now watch this right here. No hands. I squeeze and you tap. Now, why'd you tap so quick?
Because I'm not used to it.
You're not used to it. I thought he was a wrestler. I'm just joking. You know I'm trying to get you to hold on a little long so you can experience something. Just hold on a little bit. What are you feeling?
Tightness.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get any of the swirls?
A little bit.
Did you get a little like lightheaded,
Dizzy.
just a little
Yeah.
dizzy?
Dizzy.
Okay, so what happens? So come here. So what happens? Come down. So when you guys get in those triangles, when you wrap that hamstring muscle, okay, right here, and you wrap it right across the carotid. I'm not saying that we can hit it perfect every time, but that's your goal. You want to practice hitting it perfect. All too often, students are locking triangles like this. So they shoot a triangle, they get the arm across, and then they do a little adjustment, and then they just go like this. And then they just start squeezing, and the guy taps. And sure, he's still gonna tell you that it worked. But what I want you guys to do is, a lot of people talk about this detail. Look, when I wrap, I don't want to see his shoulder. I want to angle, and I want to pull my knee up, and you see, I don't want to see it. See, I haven't chopped down yet. But what happens is, when I chop down at this angle, he taps right away. And he taps right away because this is cutting right here against that side of his neck. Your thigh hits it, you wrap down, and if I just squeeze with one leg, I might be able to get it. Yeah, right there. Did you feel that?
Yeah, right there.
So all I did was I just used the power of my hammies, okay, my hamstrings, and I practiced squeezing like this. All too often, the old days of jiu-jitsu, guys, for me, the old days were the 90s. Now, sure, if you're a really old school guy, you might know about the 80s or the 70s, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, for the most part, the Gracies really, the big explosion kind of happened in the 90s. Now, granted, judo guys out there also know how to do this stuff, so I'm not trying to say that it wasn't around, but I'm saying there was an explosion of ground grappling that happened in the 90s. In those days, triangle chokes were practiced mostly with a thigh squeeze. It was taught like this. It was get a triangle, move his arm, lock your triangle, pull the head down, and then hips up. Like that. And it certainly works. Like it works. But when he's fighting, it doesn't work. So when this shoulder is in, you know, like this, and even if I get your arm across, if I pull your head down, you kind of lift up. Be strong, wrestler. Strong. You see that? You fight my arm up. Now we're fighting. When all I really need to do right here, go ahead and fight a little bit, is angle. And now, with that angle, see that? Yeah. As well, we can transition into arm bars as well from there. Okay? So, what I want is I always want to get an angle. You guys shoot a triangle. I don't want the shoulder like this. I want to go here, start to posture up or like defend a little. Good. Once you guys get a decent triangle, make an angle. You can do that by under the arm or under the leg, and I don't want to see too much shoulder. This is what I'd like, right here. See that angle? It's all on his side of his carotid artery. You circle back. Yeah, like this. I don't want that. You see that? If you're like this, I need to slide away and then angle like this. Now drive it in. See that? Yeah. You feel that?
Yeah.
So if you guys practice that, getting the cut right on the side of the carotid, you're gonna get a lot more guys tapping and a lot more guys passing out too. Because if they're tough, they won't even feel the choke sometimes. They just go to sleep. That's all I got. Thank you, Primo. You're the man. Teach me grappling, get those triangles better, and we'll see you guys next time with more good stuff.
So, what happened when you actually made him sleep? Like, was he snoring or what happened?
I mean, he just started snoring on my crotch. Like, it was kind of awkward. Because normally when you triangle a guy and you choke him out in a tournament, they usually slump over to the side. You know what I'm saying? And then the referee will like flip them on their back.
Yeah.
But it was funny because he was like wide base on his knees, so he just like passed out in my crotch. And he was like super snoring, like it was hilarious. So anyway, so you want to learn triangles now?
Yeah, I guess they're kind of cool.